we need to remember is that electricity is finite. We're already today suffering from loss of electricity.
On one end, there is uninterrupted power supply, and the other hand, we have uninterrupted power cuts.
ನೋಡಿ, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 8 ಗಂಟೆಯಿಂದ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ 4:15 ಗಂಟೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮಗೆ ಭಾರಿ ತಾಪತ್ರೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
We have forgotten the meaning of using and misusing of our resources. Electricity is one of these overexploited resources in the cities.
So we are not people who are eco-friendly, therefore. We are all carbon non-neutral, all of us.
A trip down the Brigade Road, you can see so much of power is used just to attract the customers to these shops. Sure, they will make enough money to pay the electricity bill, but is it really justified?
When it comes to such things as commercial buildings, whether it's the IT sector or some other sector, the call sector for instance, all this backyard and offices and all that, every 20,000 square feet of central air conditioning, look at the bad news, means about 160 kg of carbon or about 230 kg of CO2 that gets emitted with the conventional central air conditioning systems that these commercial buildings employ as of today. Now, this 20,000 square feet approximately means about 225 units of power per hour.
Forget commercial establishments and Brigade roads. It is alarming to see how much electricity we use at homes. There is a consumption calculator on the BESCOM website. This can give you an idea as to how much power you consume in your home. Shocked at looking at the electricity bill at the end of the month? Well, there are a few solutions to cut this electricity bill by a huge percentage. Here's how.
Well, I have to build, I have to use energy. There is no going away from that. But how can I use less of that energy?
Now, incandescent bulbs are bad because they waste 95% of the energy that is put in.
So that lighting load can be reduced by the introduction of CFL bulbs. If for a hypothetical situation, if you could think about replacing the entire, conventional bulbs by CFL, it is possible to save 1000 megawatt peak in the evening. By just changing one conventional choke for the tube light by electronics choke, it is possible to save 10 watts per hour per tube light.
So I can't ask you to change the way you are built and the way your lifestyle has dictated a few things for you. And yet I have to see that we have brought in design, architectural, technological, technical values which offer you such energy conservation and energy efficiency, to build it in a way that the passive cooling elements are put into place right at the start. Make the building in a way that I don't use artificial lights during the day. The air conditioning that I use in those rooms falls by say 40%.
Corporates who, if they switch over to other lighting methods such as CFLs or even LED and implement those, they're going to save a large amount on their electricity bills, and at the same time some amount of responsibility should be taken by these corporates in also trying to save the climate.
Energy conservation in itself is fine, is important, but you must look at energy conservation from the point of view of this larger concern for the planet,